digital ocean of glowing blue code ripples like water under midnight blue ambient light, sits on a rooftop overlooking a neon city, leaning forward in quiet contemplation of exile. A cracked passport rests on a glossy surface, digital glitches shimmering around its edges. In a dim room, a hooded figure crouches at a laptop, lines of code reflected on its smooth surface. A glowing holographic world map pulses in darkness, digital borders dissolving and reforming. A lone figure walks slowly through a refugee camp built from wireframe structures, shoulders heavy in the dusty golden light. Inside a tent, tangled wires and a small generator surround a glowing laptop, the interior lit by soft lantern glow. A makeshift desk in the tent holds scattered computer parts. A figure silently assembles scrap salvaged hardware. A single USB drive sits on a polished surface, digital particles floating gently around it. A figure stands before a holographic blueprint of a virtual nation, one hand raised as if to touch the digital projection. A dark void is filled with a network of interconnected glowing nodes, pulsing softly in neon purple. A figure sits cross-legged on a tent floor, a laptop in front of them, and holographic icons float overhead like a virtual community forum. Holographic text and glowing digital symbols hover above a laptop, casting neon white illumination. Two figures type side by side at laptops, shared glowing holographic text between them, soft neutral glow warming the space. A circular voting interface spins in holographic form, icons floating around in neon light. A figure leans forward, pointing to a glowing network map of pulsing nodes, bathed in intense cyan. Bright neon lines trace connections across continents on a digital globe set against soft ambient glow. A figure stands inside a dim tent, pointing toward a glowing holographic network hub as neon blue lines connect softly in the air. A floating interface of encrypted digital messages hovers midair, shimmering in subtle cyan light. A figure types at a laptop while cascading holographic code illuminates the scene with a cool blue glow. Interconnected holographic icons representing global refugee contributors float above a digital map, pulsing with soft neon highlights. A figure assembles a miniature digital node with floating holographic data orbiting gently around it. Multiple laptops appear connected through glowing digital lines overlaid on a semi-transparent map viewed from above. A figure gestures toward floating holographic graphs depicting digital community growth, illuminated by bright cyan light. A glowing floating digital currency token rotates above a network grid with neon gold highlights. Three figures gather around a holographic glowing token, pointing at it animatedly as blue and orange contrast light fills the scene. A holographic globe pulses with digital lines connecting scattered nodes across its surface. A figure sits at a laptop projecting floating holographic coding panels outward in layered digital sheets. A tent filled with glowing screens flickers with warm ambient light and subtle neon accents. A figure walks past tents with solar panels at dusk as purple light sweeps across the scene. Glowing holographic coding fragments float in darkness with soft cyan and violet illumination. A figure interacts with a floating network node interface glowing with neon blue digital light. A digital map displays scattered glowing nodes indicating global contributors, lit with soft neon light. Two figures sit side by side interacting with a holographic interface that glows with cool blue screen light. Holographic charts hover midair depicting virtual population growth with subtle cyan highlights. A figure adjusts holographic lines connecting network nodes, glowing with soft neon cyan light. Glowing holographic message threads float gently in a dark void under violet illumination. A figure monitors a digital currency dashboard with neon gold holographic charts. A floating holographic assembly of virtual tools and nodes forms a wide, glowing array. A figure sits cross-legged in a tent surrounded by warm, softly glowing holographic data panels. A glowing network map stabilizes after a temporary node disruption as neon blue pulses ripple outward. A lone, abstract figure leans over a glowing laptop as holographic nodes float into view. A luminous digital globe pulses, showing networked refugee camps across the world. The figure types furiously, cascading code panels swirl in holographic projection. Floating maps of refugee settlements appear, linked by shimmering digital lines. Our figure sits on a crate, surrounded by devices connected to each other via soft lights. Glowing digital coins hover in mid-air, part of a vast, neon-lit network. Three figures gather around a makeshift table, pointing to floating holographic tokens. Continents link together through radiant nodes on a virtual, pulsating sphere. The figure delicately adjusts faint, glowing network lines in the holographic web. Message threads materialize in darkness, glowing softly in violet hues. A dashboard appears before the figure. Network graphs and live status indicators glow. Virtual tools and interlinked nodes float freely, forming a three-dimensional web. Inside the tent, the figure meditates, bathed in warm light and swirling data. A network map stabilizes. A broken node fades and the system lights up again. The figure gazes upward, a digital globe dotted with bright, connected nodes. Clusters of glowing points bloom, representing global contributors united in light. Holographic charts illustrate a token economy. The figure points to economic flows. Chat rooms appear. Icons float, connected by neon lines in a vast virtual space. The figure sits, reaching out to fine-tune lines in the holographic network. Laptops glow in the tent, projecting floating interfaces in a warm ambient glow. Outside the tent, the figure holds a tablet showing a streamlined nation interface. A city of pure light takes shape in darkness, a digital metropolis reborn. Back inside, the figure reflects quietly, surrounded by softly pulsing network nodes. Currency tokens drift along illuminated lines, flowing through the interconnected system. Two figures stand side by side, gesturing at charts showing a growing digital community. Fragments of code float in space, glowing in violet and dissolving into the void. A governance panel materializes. The figure studies virtual laws and structures. Nodes connect continents in a sweeping aerial view. The network is worldwide. The figure shifts holographic currency icons, adjusting balances and flows. Network lines map refugee communities on a globe, glowing gently in cyan light. The figure stands firm, holding a tablet before a radiant, interconnected globe. Streams of data flow between machines in the tent, forming an ethereal web. A control panel glows. The figure leans in, monitoring network health in real time. Floating chat icons drift quietly in a dark void, softly illuminated by violet light. The figure interacts with a floating forum interface, touching messages in mid-air. Broken network nodes disappear, and the web regains strength in a smooth recovery. A token economy hovers above a laptop. The figure studies and rebalances it. A city of radiant light grows brighter, its horizon shimmering with energy. Cross-legged, the figure returns to the tent, watching pulses on the data map. A globe filled with scattered, glowing points represents stateless citizens everywhere. The figure gestures at hovering currency symbols, contemplating their meaning. Laptops link across the tent. Soft white light reveals their digital connections. The figure traces network lines between continents, shaping global connectivity. Text and icons float in darkness, lit by diffuse violet neon, waiting to be understood. The figure reflects on a holographic map of contributors from around the world. Tokens drift between nodes in midair, moving smoothly along glowing pathways. Outside the tent, the figure stands holding a tablet, viewing the digital nation interface. A city of light stands fully formed in darkness, glowing with neon white energy. The figure sits quietly in the tent, watching network nodes pulse in deep blue calm. A floating, radiant utopia of digital light glows in the void, a vision of unity.